Howdy, folks, and welcome to week 3 of the DLC's Policy Corner. And as usual, Nate and I are here to bring you up to speed on what went down and what's coming up.
So starting us off, as usual, social services appropriations. This week, we heard some hopeful things about waiting list funding, as well as the staff shortage funding for home and community-based service providers, where the prioritization of those is looking pretty good, we think. And so we should have an update on where that's at next week. But right now, we're encouraged about where that's at and hopeful that we will get significant funding on both of those issues. As well, this week, we presented with Senator Iwamoto for a long-term services and supports study, which would really look at the system we have in our state, both the community-based side as well as facility-based, and hopefully create some recommendations and a roadmap for this committee to really see what we could do over the next 3, 5, 10 years to improve this system in our state. And so we've had some good conversations with legislators, and we're hopeful that this study could get funded this year and really provide kind of a solid roadmap. So we'll keep posted on that one as well.
And I'm just going to pick up quickly where Nate left off to tell you that one of the other requests that we think the community might be interested in is Representative Elison's $3.6 million request, which is attached to his HB 200, the medically complex kids waiver expansion, and this would bring in 300 new kids into those services, as well as possibly open it up to kids with behavioral health needs as well. So we'll keep you posted on how that's moving through the process.
Okay, so Andrew got us started a little bit on bills, but we wanted to highlight a few more. One specifically that we mentioned last week, HB 150, the Disability Ombudsman Program from Representative Daley Provo. That sailed through committee. No real pushback there. Seems like it was well received. So we're optimistic that program will continue to move forward, and we again thank JDP for her work on that. One other bill to note is HB 213 from Representative Stenquist. It's a disabled parking amendments. We opposed this bill in committee because we believe it violates the Americans with Disabilities Act. Essentially, it takes an accessible parking stall and says that any van accessible one, the one with an access aisle, is only available to those who use a wheelchair or a walking device. Essentially, this would mean that parking lots would no longer be in compliance with the ADA because they would not have the required number of spaces because of the specific requirements that the ADA has on the number of accessible spaces required. So an individual who doesn't use a walking device, somebody who might not be able to walk a long distance for whatever reason, would not be allowed to park there, thus meaning there was no accessible space for them. So we oppose this bill. We think it violates the ADA, and we'd encourage you to let the sponsor and your legislator know.
This is the update section of the show, and wanted to do that for you on two more bills that we told you about last week. One is HB 113. This is Representative Judkins' bill to enable school districts to spend more of their state special education dollars to serve students with disabilities, and that sailed through committee yesterday, and we're excited because Representative Judkins said that she was at least hopeful that it has a chance to be funded this year, the third year in a row that she's run the bill, and so we're hopeful that it means that there will be a little bit more money available to serve students with disabilities, especially in areas off the Wasatch Front. The next bill we wanted to give you to give you an update on is HB 212. This is Representative Daley Provost's bill expanding the Medicaid work incentive, and we were part of a good meeting with the representative and the Department of Health earlier this week. We are hopeful that we'll be able to work successfully with them to expand the scope of the bill and make it available to more folks, so that more folks can work and still get the healthcare and services and supports that they need. So we'll let you know next week how that's progressing as well.
Thanks for watching, everybody. That wraps up week 3 at the DLC's Policy Corner. As always, check out our bill tracker, our budget tracker, and our meeting calendar on the website, disabilitylawcenter.org/public-policy, to keep up with all the things we're watching and following. And we will see you next week.
See y'all.